Call me old. I call it being seasoned. You say I'm ancient. I say I'm wise. You say I'm over the hill. Don Lemon would say that's a man in his prime.
Well, the only thing true about that is Don Lemon probably would say that. But as you imagine, the White House Correspondents' Dinner took place this weekend. And, of course, Joe Biden dropped some jokes that he clearly didn't write, downplaying his age and bragging about accomplishments that we are still trying to figure out. In other words, a typical Joe Biden speech. Joining me now, actor Dean Cain, otherwise known as Superman. But I don't know, I maybe feel woke today and call him Super Person or Super Them. Just kidding, Superman. So, Nerd Prom, did you attend?
I did not attend this year, but I've attended a couple times in the past. I attended when Bill Clinton was president and under President Barack Obama. I didn't seem to attend any when President Trump was there, but I guess they didn't have him, did they?
No, I think he backed off on doing that, which is wise. I've been to a bunch of those, too, and they're generally a good time. But listen to this. This seems like a little bit of a dig against Tucker and Fox. Take a listen.
We really have a record to be proud of. Vaccinated the nation, transformed the economy, earned historic legislative victories and midterm results, but the job isn't finished. I mean, it is finished for Tucker Carlson. What are you wooing about like that?
Man, I can only say, Dean Cain, that I hope the job is finished for him in about, 20 months.
Your lips to God's ears. When he says we transformed the economy, not in a good way, my friend.
Right.
And the legislative achievements that he is referring to are just terrible for the United States. And all the money they're printing and all the inflation. I mean, I know it's supposed to be funny, and that's a fun event, and it's supposed to be light and poke fun, but it's actually really sad because the things he's saying, seriously, like transforming the economy sucks. It's terrible for your everyday person. That inflation is murdering people. It's a tax on everyone. And the Tucker Carlson comment, I mean, look, man, Tucker Carlson is about to go out and be bigger than he ever was on Fox, and he'll be able to do whatever he wants and command the audience he wants, and he'll be unfettered, if you will. And I'm sure you understand that probably better than most, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I got tuckered. I had my turn of being foxed or tuckered, however you want to put it. But, Dean, the problem with that Nerd Prom, okay, funny, haha, yuck, yuck, yuck. There's literally thousands of journalists in that room, thousands. And I would say 95% of them, 95% of them are either straight up progressive liberal or very close to it. And that's the American media right there. We are wildly liberal, Dean.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that our media is so liberal, but that's why your show is skyrocketing in the ratings, because people want to listen to somebody who's a little bit more balanced, if you will. And I just, it's frightening how the mainstream media has become such an arm of the left side of the aisle. And it used to be, what they call it, the fourth estate, the fifth estate, whatever. You're supposed to hold everybody to account. I mean, imagine the questions that they really could be asking. Chuck Todd tried to get tough on Vivek Ramaswamy, and Vivek just tore him up. I love to see people on different shows. Bring it on. Do that. I just, the way that the questions they could ask President Biden, and they don't. It boggles.
I got one.
Go for it.
The only one question. Name one accomplishment. You named all these things. Name one accomplishment. Forget him. Name one of the journalists. Any one of the, pick up one of those thousands of journalists that are liberal. Just name one accomplishment that made America better. They can't. They can't, folks. Hit me up on social media.
They would say, not the Build Back Better. God, I got so sick of hearing that one. But they would say it was the infrastructure bill. They just went to town spending. The pork on that is just insane.
Still got potholes. We still got potholes. We still got crumbling roads and bridges. Dean Cain, great having you. I appreciate your time, Superman. Thank you.
Superman. Done. Thanks, Eric.